You know that feeling? The one that hits your gut like a punch every time you think about the past, when your family's words echoed like bullets, tearing down the dreams you held so fiercely. I remember it vividly. I was just a kid then, standing in the living room while my parents and siblings looked at me like I'd lost my mind. They called me deluded, ridiculous, even embarrassing, for wanting to turn my obsession with plants into something more, something revolutionary. They laughed when I told them I wanted to design cities that breathe, cities that thrive with nature, not fight against it. They mocked the very idea that a botanist could change the world. They said I'd fail, that I was wasting my life chasing fairy tales, that I should be ashamed for dreaming beyond their small, boxed-in expectations. I remember my father's voice, sharp and dismissive. You're just gardening, not a scientist. You're never going to make a difference. They'll laugh at you even more if you try this stupid thing. I was 27 when I left home for good, clutching my battered notebooks, my dreams, and a deep ache in my chest. I'd been discredited, publicly humiliated by the academic world for pushing boundaries too far. My research into integrating living ecosystems into urban spaces was branded radical and impractical. They've said I'd never succeed, that I was naive to think plants could transform cities. But I refused to let their words define me. I left, determined to prove them wrong. Years passed, and I threw myself into my work. I built prototypes, designed green spaces that didn't just decorate, but integrated seamlessly with architecture. I faced setbacks, funding cuts, skepticism, outright hostility from the scientific community, but I persisted. Piece by piece, I turned barren rooftops into lush gardens. I reclaimed abandoned lots and turned them into thriving ecosystems. My designs started gaining recognition, small at first, then bigger. I was transforming urban landscapes into living, breathing organisms. And then came the breakthrough. A city, tired of pollution and concrete, commissioned me to craft a new district, one that would be a blueprint for sustainable living. I poured my soul into it. Every building, every park, every alley was designed with nature in mind. Trees grew where walls once stood, rivers flowed through skyscrapers, and wildlife returned to space long thought dead. When the project was finished, it was celebrated as a marvel. The city had become a symbol of hope, a testament to what humans could achieve when they truly listened to nature. I stood there amidst the glowing praise and felt something I'd never fully experienced before: vindication. But what truly struck me was what happened next. An invitation from my family. My parents, siblings, and even distant relatives, all of them, the people who'd mocked my dreams for so long, came to see the new district. I wanted them to see what their doubts had almost stamped out. I wanted them to witness what I had become. They arrived with their usual mixture of skepticism and polite curiosity. But as they stepped into the green oasis I'd crafted, their faces changed. It wasn't just the beauty of the place. It was the life, the vibrancy, the undeniable proof that I had succeeded against every odds, against their disbelief. Then I led them to a central garden, massive, bursting with wildflowers, towering trees, and hummingbirds. I watched their eyes widen, their jaws slacken. My mother, who once told me I'd be just gardening, now looked overwhelmed, almost tearful. My father, who dismissed my work as impractical, took a hesitant step forward, touching a leaf as if unsure whether it was real. And then I spoke, voice steady yet filled with a quiet power. This is what I've built, not just with my hands, but with my belief. Belief that nature isn't something to fight against, but something to work with. That plants can heal our cities, our communities, our lives. I wanted to show you that dreams, the ones you thought were foolish, can become reality. Their expression shifted. My sister looked away, eyes shimmering with something close to admiration. My brother, who had mocked me for years, looked down, silent. For a long moment, no one spoke. And then my father, with a tremor in his voice, finally said, "I was wrong." He looked around at the lush landscape, a living testament to resilience, innovation, and hope. "You proved us all wrong. You proved us all stupid." That moment, I realized something profound. Their ridicule, their doubts, they were merely shadows cast by their own limitations. I had refused to stay in the darkness. I had chosen to forge my path, no matter how impossible it seemed. And now, I stood not just as a successful architect of green cities, but as a living symbol of perseverance, proof that even the harshest judgments can be overturned by relentless belief and unwavering effort. I turned to them and smiled. "It's never about proving others wrong," I said softly. "It's about proving to yourself that your dreams matter, that the world can change when you refuse to give up." That day, I saw their faces, those who once mocked, now humbled, yet somehow proud. I understood then that the real victory wasn't just in the buildings I'd created, but in the transformation I'd sparked within my family. Their eyes carried the weight of regret and respect, a silent acknowledgement that I had become what they never believed I could be. And here's the thing I want you to hold on to, because it's the core of my story. No matter how brutal the rejection, no matter how dismissive the world may be, your dreams are worth fighting for. The world may mock, but if you keep pushing, keep believing, you'll not only prove them wrong, you'll reshape your destiny. Now, I stand here, a testament to resilience and a living proof that dreams rooted in passion and perseverance can blossom into realities that change the world and the hearts of even the most skeptical. And I know, without a doubt, that this is only just the beginning. Because true success isn't just about the accolades or the projects. It's about transforming the impossible into the inevitable. And that, my friends, is the real victory.